Hey guys, Lancer here. Hope everyone's doing well. Thanks again for joining me while I look into some more MTG market movers and see what's been happening in the last couple of days, at least since yesterday. So the first card is Arcbound Reclaimer, obviously because of all the modular stuff that's come out in Modern Horizons 2. This is a very popular card, 4 mana for a colorless golem artifact creature, 0/0, which comes in with modular 2. Remove a +1/+1 counter from Arcbound Reclaimer. Put a target artifact card from your graveyard on top of your library. Pretty decent as long as you can keep giving it +1/+1 counters. In fact, it's good in almost any deck where you can give it +1/+1 counters. In the last couple of days, it has moved up by, I think, 20%. But the most movers are obviously coming from the high-end cards, which is mainly because this is a dark steel printing and has never been reprinted. Pretty unique at that point. The next is Sol Kanar, the Swamp King from Legends. I actually have this guy, but not obviously from Legends. 2 colors, 1 red, 1 black, 1 blue for a summon legend. 5/5 demon. With Swamp Walk, whenever a player casts a black spell, you gain 1 life. You can get it for 50 cents in Chronicles, you can get it for 39 cents in Time Shifted. Yeah, so there's nothing special about him really. Lord of other than the Legends copy, but that's just Legends. Lord of Atlantis from Classic 6th Edition, 2 blue for a 2/2. Now these cards have all been moving. A lot of Atlantis has been printed up many times. The World Championship deck, which is not illegal, is $4.99. But every other reprinting of him is actually quite expensive, and he is moving out. So this is probably just a very predictable pattern. Maybe he might come down in the next couple of weeks, but we'll have to keep an eye on it. Ley Line of Sanctity from Modern Horizons 2. This card dropped very hard from $40 way back in 2016 or 2018 to $3, $2.26 on the market. Crazy drop. I don't know if I even have a version of this, but I'm pretty sure I have at least one copy of it. It is pretty decent against some modern decks, but obviously because of how many times it's been reprinted. Core Set 2020, pre-release card, a 2011 reprinting, promo pack, Core Set 2020. It is probably not something that's going to grow up. Well, actually, now that I think about it, it's gotten beat down so hard that maybe it has no place but to go up now that Modern may start picking up again, so something to keep an eye on as well. Arcane Sanctum from Commander Anthology Volume 2. Land enters the battlefield tapped, produces black, blue, and white. Moving up a very small amount. Right now it is moving up by, well, it says 21%, but that is the high-end card, kind of zigzagging all over the place. But you can get it from TCG Player for $1.79. Liliana, Untouched by Death for 2 colors, 2 black for a 4 counter Planeswalker. From Core Set 2019, it has been flatlining for a long time, but now started to get some strength, moving from $4.57 to $4.85. Nothing too crazy. You can get it from TCG for $3.29 apparently. Whether or not that's an older reading is obviously the case. Moved up by 18% in the last day or two. City of Brass from Arabian Nights. Land, very, very predictable move. This is $498 on TCG, but it looks like a copy of it has sold for $2,000 on the market in the last couple of weeks, and now it seems to just be flatlining at that point. So it's a weird one where the premium cards, the average cards, has actually dropped quite a bit compared to what the market is paying for this card, which is pretty crazy. Specifically the Arabian Nights. This card has been reprinted many a times, with the cheapest ones being, I mean, you got the championship decks, but the latest copy, I guess, was Chronicles for $25, 6th edition, 5th edition, Modern Event deck for $25. It's a pretty popular card, but I don't know if it's going to drop down in price or not. since it just jumped by so much. Mana Shot from Classic 6th Edition, 2 colorless, 1 blue for an instant. Tap all lands target player controls and empty his or her mana pool. Pretty cool, but you had to do it before and hope that they don't play any instants. But you can certainly get them if you're just going to do that at the start of their turn. At that point, it pretty much skips their turn. 55 cents on TCG. Pretty powerful card for 55 cents, actually. It went up by 16% in the last day. Archive Trap from Zendikar, 3 colorless, 2 blue for a instant trap card. And it has moved up by 15% today. It already had a huge spike in the last couple of days where it's jumped up from $7.47 to $20. So we'll have to see how all of it goes and see what happens. Watery Grave, Secret Lair series. So these cards were pretty highly priced at the start, coming in at $25. Now it's dropped down to around about $12, and it's starting to look like some of the average price is starting to move up. You can get it for $12.67 on TCG, and the Ravnica copy is still sitting at a nice healthy $20. So I guess sometimes premium is still the old stuff. Seaside Citadel from Commander Anthology. It is a tap land which comes in to produce a green, a blue, or a white. Moved up by I think 12% today, and it is $1.49 on TCG. Squirrel Wrangler. Yes. I have this card. I was kind of hoping that it would stay the way it was, but it looks like it's taken off in the last couple of days, especially since with so much of the squirrel support. It makes perfect sense from the squirrel side. So Prophecy, 2 colors, 2 green for a 2/2 druid. You can see him in the back. And he makes squirrels and then buffs them up. So right now it looks like the card is sitting around about $7.39 on market. You can get it for $5 on TCG. But more importantly, it looks like this card is on its way up and may stabilize at some point. So we'll see. Next is Joan. 3 colorless, 1 white, 1 green, 1 red for a 5/4 summon legend. If Joan does not attack and is not tapped, any of your creatures may attack without tapping. So it gives your creatures vigilance. Nothing crazy. He is a Legends card, which is why he's stabilized at what he is. You can get a Chronicles version of him for 49 cents with a white border. And last thing that I just wanted to have a quick look at was to just see if there's any other cards that I might have gone through a bit too fast for my spoilers. So some of the ones at the end, so I was just going to go through. Prosper, Tomebound, 2 colorless, 1 black, 1 red for a 1/4 legendary creature tiefling. Warlock with Death Touch. And he's got 2 abilities, Mystic Arcanum. At the beginning of your end step, exile the top card of your library. Until end of your next turn, you may play that card. Pact Boon. Whenever you play a card from exile, create a treasure token. Cool. Really good. Sephirus of the Hidden Ways. 1 white, 1 blue, 1 black for a 2/3 human wizard. Whenever 1 or more creature cards are put into your graveyard from anywhere, venture into the dungeon. This ability triggers only once each turn. Okay, that's smart. Create Undead. Whenever you complete a dungeon, return target creature card from your graveyard to the battlefield. Cool. Maybe cool. Alright guys, I think I'm going to leave it at that. There are some pretty cool cards out here, but I will say, and I will look at them another day possibly. Thanks again and have a good one. See ya.